What is going on, everyone? It is Festivals 25 edition, and I'm super excited about making this an annual podcast episode. Hang on one second, because I'm paranoid that guy. I guess I could have just looked in the camera. So last week, we did the deal outside. That is bugging me. So we did the recording outside, and that was pretty cool. As we cooked dinner. And before we get into this, because I really just want to focus solely on festivals as much as possible, but that's probably not going to happen because I have ADD and we've got the Royal Rumble going as we record this. So I'm going to do my best to not get insane with the ADD this time, but we're going to probably be talking some wrestling since we got it on. Motor City Machine Guns and DIY matches coming up. The Motor City Machine Gun guys are already in the ring, and so I'm pumped for this one. This is going to be a fun one to watch. That being said, I was going somewhere. Oh yeah, I tried to film a cooking video tonight, and I totally messed up. Didn't film the cook at all. I don't know what happened, and so I was super bummed. It's such a bummer. But good Monday morning to those of you who are listening to this Monday morning. Good Monday, because this is Monday's the day that these drop, unless it's the not so special Christmas special. Then it drops Friday before Christmas. Dude, got coffee. I'm super excited. Black Rifle. Speaking of which, I will shamelessly plug them for free. I love Tacti Squatch. It's definitely one of my favorites. I don't know where I want to start because there's going to be a handful of really good festivals on both sides. You've got Incarceration. You've got Sonic Temple. There was another one where I was like, man, that is Louder Than Life. Louder Than Life. I was like, man, that one just looks amazing already with the handful of people that were scheduled or booked or whatever to be there. So I'm really looking forward to it. Man, it's gonna be a good one, man. We're just gonna dive right on in. I've already got some country ones pulled. I've got country and metal ones pulled up, but the first one we're going to look at, these ones are cool because they're for the spring training for baseball, and so that makes them special in their own right. They're the innings festivals. You've got innings, and then you've got extra innings. Both of them taking place in Tempe. Oh, it did something dumb. Why did it do something dumb? Okay, so let's see. Why is it being done? Oh, the lineup is to be announced. It says still for the Inning Festival 2025 there, but I know that that's wrong because I've already looked at the lineup. The Extra Innings Festival lineup features Casey Musgraves, Lumineers, Kings of Leon, and more, which I scrolled down. Yeah, so here we go. Friday, February 28th, you got Lumineers, Megan Maroney, Red Clay Strays, Wyatt Flores, OAR, Trampled by Turtles, Evan Honer, Lily Fitz, Red Leather, and Jason Scott in the High Heat. Saturday, March 1st, Casey Musgraves, Kings of Leon, Maureen Morris, Grace Potter, Sam Barber, Max McNown, which, dude, his album that he just dropped this past week, amazing. If you have not listened to it, definitely go do so. Tanner Usry, which I really like his song Evangeline, I think is the name of it. It's amazing. Maggie Antone, George Pippin, Wheelwright. The cool thing about this year is Red Clay Strays is playing a ton of festivals. So they're doing the festival touring this year, which is really cool for them. It just makes it special whenever a band hits that moment where they're I want to call them a headlining band because they're so big in my opinion, but don't know if they're technically like a headliner just yet because they're kind of a little bit lower on the billing. So another one coming up for country wise that is kind of like a somewhat a big to do. Trampled by Turtles is going to be there. It's called Winter Wondergrass Colorado 2025. So you got Trampled by Turtles, California Honey Drops, Kitchen Dwellers, Leftover Salmon, Sam Bush Band, Daniel Donato's Cosmic Country, which is a really cool name in all honesty. Yonder Mountain String Band, which is another amazing name. Never listened to them before. I'm definitely going to be listening to them now. Picking on the Dead, which is a fantastic name. The names for this one are excellent. Some of them I've never heard of. Which Clay Street Union, by the way, definitely if you've not listened to them, go check them out because they're really, really good. So that's enough of that one. We're gonna keep on scrolling country to country. This one's over in Berlin. So that was one goal that I had for this year's festivals episode is I wanted to talk about festivals that are even over on the other side of the world. So country to country Berlin would be a good one to discuss. So they definitely are going to have a good lineup. So Friday, main stage, you have Dylan Gossett, 49 Winchester, Wyatt Flores, Sam Barber, and the Castellos, which the Castellos just dropped a new album as well. I need to listen to it yet. I haven't. So that's going to be on my to-do list this year. Max McNown and Baker Blankenship on that Friday. That is a good main stage for a Friday. Kind of interesting that they're down there so low. Max McNown and Baker Blankenship for that one. Unless they might be working down the lineup because Saturday's main stage is Midland, Dasha, Tucker Wetmore, Chase Matthew, Tanner Adele, Sophia Scott, and Drew Baldridge. No, I think they're working up the lineup. So on Sunday, you have quite the big lineup. You have Graham Barham, Cassie Ashton, Raina Roberts, Adrian Nunez, Avery Anna, Chase Beckham, Shabuzi, Nate Smith, and then Lainey Wilson. So Lainey Wilson has to be like the headliner, right? I mean, that's what I would imagine. Now your daytime stages, your day splits, you've got Adrian Nunez, Baker Blankenship, Drew Baldridge. So Baker's going to probably be playing more than one set just by looking at this, which is really, really cool for him. Gareth, Graham Barham, Cassie Ashton, Ludwig Hart, Max McNown. So those guys, he'll be playing in an extra set as well. Ali Walker, Caleb Lee Hutchinson, CC, Corey Marks, Dom Ellis. This one has quite a few, including Tyler Sjostrom, which I imagine is a country artist from overseas who I've never heard of. So I'm going to have to put him on the list to listen to as well because, like, country artists outside of America is, I guess, new to me in a sense, other than maybe like Keith Urban. But that would be about it, I guess, would be Keith Urban that I can think of off the top of my head that's from another country. Now, we're going to keep on rolling, baby. Boots in the Park, Bakersfield 2025. I don't think I'm going to look at that one just yet. We're going to go to CMC Rocks QLD because this one caught my eye. Not quite sure why with that kind of a lineup. Yeah, we're not even going to discuss that one. This thing acting goofy on me. Chili Fest 2025. Looks like the lineup is still to be announced for Chili Fest 2025. Stop being dumb. So we do have some really good ones so far. I really didn't like. I didn't have much interest in looking at the cruises. I know the cruises are like a really big deal, and those things are blowing up like crazy. I don't count those as festivals, though. I mean, they're like floating festivals in a sense, but to me, they're not the same as like a festival. So I'd been kind of staying away from those. But let's check out this Tortuga Music Festival. See who all is going to be there. Looks like you've got Parker McCollum, Ludacris, Gary Allen, Marcus King, Gavin DeGraw, Article Sound System, Angie K, Drew Parker, Charlie Worsham, John Morgan, Baker Blankenship, Jade Eagleson, Jenna LeMaster, Danita. Saturday you have Keith. That's so funny. Keith Urban, Jordan Davis, Shabuzi, Wyatt Flores, Ezra Ray Hart featuring Mark McGrath of Sugar Ray, Kevin Griffin of Better Than Ezra, and Emerson Hart of Tonic. The original Wailers, which is kind of cool. Megan Patrick, Lily Rose, Abby Anderson, Whelan Brother, Ashlyn Craft, Bryce Leatherwood, May Estes, Avery Anna, Carly Scott Collins, and then Sunday you have Luke Combs, Megan Maroney, Cody Jinks is going to be there, which is really cool. Corey Kent, Rodney Atkins, Yellow Wolf, Kaylee Hammock, Restless Road, Lauren Watkins, Gashi, Cassius Culpepper, Lainey Gardner, Noah Hicks, and Thomas Edwards rounding out that lineup. Let's see. We're going to look for some other good ones. Cattle Country Music Festival. This was one that I was like, there we go. Okay, so this one I'm a little confused at. Because it's another one that is plugging Nickelback's going to be there, which I don't know. Nickelback seems to be doing a lot of country stuff this year. Between like this, the Stars and Stripes touring festival thing that's going on. I can't remember the exact name of it. The one that's doing the Mud Parks. We talked about them back in December. So you got Parker McCollum, Tanya Tucker, Clint Black, Wyatt Flores, Chase Rice, Clay Walker, Reckless Kelly, Aaron Watson, Pecos and the Rooftops, 49 Winchester, Drake White, Shenandoah, Wade Bowen, Ty Myers, Ray Wiley Hubbard, which he's got some good stuff, Giovanni and the Hired Guns, Sophia Scott, Cameron Saki Band, Tyler Halverson, Josh Ward, Black Pistol Fire, Logan Mize, Ghostland Observatory, and so we'll keep scrolling on down the list, and that one's going to be taking place in April, and so I think we got to check out this Crawfish Music Festival, see what's going on there. Who doesn't like? Okay. So they don't have a lineup yet, but last year they had Warren Zeders, Charlie Crockett, and Chase Rice there, which that's some headliners there. When you're talking like current artists for sure. That I guess you'd kind of consider them on the up and coming in a sense, but I think both Warren Zeders, all three, have pretty well arrived at this point. This Merle Fest had me interested. Pulling up the lineup for that one. Still to be determined. Oh, there we go. We got it. The Dead South, Wyatt Flores, Steel Drivers, Brent Cobb, Donna the Buffalo, Roy Bookbinder, Woody Platt, and the Bluegrass. And so this is a couple of the day festival one. You got Bonnie Raitt, Warren Treaty, Tony Trishka's Earl Jam, Peter Rowan, Scythian, Donna the Buffalo, plays a couple of times apparently, Jim Lauderdale, Kruger Brothers, Big Richard, Woody Platt and the Gentlemen, The Waybacks, East Nash Grass, Matty Shell, Yvette Brothers, Sam Bush, which Yvette Brothers and Sam Bush are on the Saturday. It's the weekend of like April 25th through the 27th. So, Asleep at the Wheel, Della Mae, Allison Brown, Top House, John R. Miller, John McCune, and the Circle Band, Way Backs Again. Watch House, Little Smokies, Peter Rowan, B-Towns, Andy May, Banknotes, Barefoot Movement, Carol Mallet Rifkin, Kathy Fink, and Marcy Marxer with Chow Tian, and Charles Welch and the Tall Buildings. They're all dates to be determined. Scrolling on down. Stagecoach. That one I know is kind of a big deal. Or at least last year I remember being pretty sure that's the one I was pretty stoked on their lineup. Yeah, pretty good lineup again. You have Zach Bryan, Brothers Osborne, Lana Del Rey. This is the Friday night. Carly Pierce, Whiskey Myers, Sierra Farrell, Dylan Scott, Tucker Wetmore, Nikki Lane, 49 Winchester, Brian Martin, Drake Milligan, Alana Springsteen, Tiger Lily Gold, Tanner Usry, Avery Anna, Drew Parker, John Morgan, Noel Hoffman, Abby Carter, May Estes. Saturday, April 26th, you have Sturgill Simpson, Nelly, Ashley McBride, Shabuzi, Cole Wetzel, Dylan Gossett, Nico Moon, Tommy James and the Shondells, Dasha, Crystal Gale, Louis the Singer, George Burge, Annie Briscoe, Tierra Kennedy, the Costellos, Miles Kennedy, Maddox Batson, Colby Acuff, Laney Gardner, Cassius Culpepper. Jelly Roll will be there as well. Jelly Roll has been listed at a couple of these, but I'm just not thrilled with that gentleman at the moment. So his airtime on the show is going to be very limited. But I'm also feeling a need to like correctly bill these shows, like who's going to be there or what have you. So I started feeling like I have to say it. So there you go. Wow, we're using crutches and stuff. I didn't even see who it was. Yes, DIY's buddy just like smoked one of the Motor City machine gun guys with the crutch. I think it was Shelly that he got hit with the crutch. There you go, DIY with another W. I hadn't been paying attention. That might have been the best 2 out of the 3. Yep, it was the best 2 out of the 3. There you go. So DIY retains the titles. Very nice, because I am a Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano fan. So very cool. But we'll get back to talking music. So it really looks like, because Luke Combs is doing a lot of the same festivals that Jelly Roll is, so there's like some overlap there, I reckon. But Sunday, we get a couple of old school rockers-ish in there, if you will. So we'll have Luke Combs, Midland, Sammy Hagar, Flatland Cavalry, Scotty McCreery, Goo Goo Dolls, Tracy Lawrence, Connor Smith, Chase Beckham, Austin Snell, Treaty Oak Revival, Bacon Brothers, Alexander Kay, Brent Cobb, Wilder Blue, Abby Anderson, Angel White, Waylon Wyatt, Ann Wilson, Vincent Mason, Blessing Offer. So Late Night in Palomino. This is amazing. I love this. This is this is entertaining. What festival is this again? Was this Stagecoach? I think it was Stagecoach. It is Stagecoach. Okay. So we have where'd it go? It was super entertaining. I don't know. It said T-Pain and I think Creed and a couple other people. Backstreet Boys maybe for like Late Night in Palomino. Yeah, Late Night in Palomino. You have T-Pain, you have Creed, you have Backstreet Boys, Diplo's Honky Tonk, and the Compton Cowboys for like late night stuff. That is super entertaining. T-Pain has an amazing voice. He's a really good singer. If you've never actually heard him like sing, dude on a like country track would. I'm not gonna lie. If the country track is done right, I would be interested and I would entertain the thought of listening to it because I do like T-Pain's voice. This is a lot of these festivals aren't bad as far as lineups go. I'm fairly intrigued. Let's Let's look at this one, the Cal Fry. This one's May 1st through the 3rd. Calf Fry. I don't know anything about this one. I'm looking for the lineup for this one. There is no lineup yet. At least it hasn't been announced. So we're going to keep on scrolling. It keeps taking me back to the top, and so that's kind of what the awkward silence every once in a while is. Lone Star Smokeout. Since it's talking about barbecue, I kind of have to look at it, right? And this is... What day is this one? May 2nd through the 4th. And this is at AT&T Stadium. So, big one here for sure. So, some good old Texas barbecue and some amazing music. Or should be. Right? And they deliver. Cody Jinks is the headliner, which in Texas, Cody being from Texas, I definitely think that that's a good option. John Party, Midland, Katie Offerman, DJ Pauly D. Definitely think I could do without that one. Dylan Gossett, Eli Young Band, Randy Rogers Band, Grace Tyler, Ian Harrison. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Jojo DeSalvo, Josh Melby, Caitlin Butts, Cassius Culpepper, Lauren Watkins, Tanner Adele, Tucker Wetmore, and Wyatt Flores. Yeah, it won't scroll back down. So that's a banger of one in May, just almost solely because Cody's there, because I love Cody. I guess the next one we're going to look at, it's a very mainstream one. It's not like Clash in Paris, so they're changing it this year from Clash at the Castle to Clash in Paris. Very interesting. Huh. My apologies. I got sidetracked here for a second, checking things out. Looking at all the different things that have been done at the Lucas Oil Stadium. I actually got to be a part of a monster truck show there years ago, which was really cool. It's one of the prettiest, it's such a nice stadium if you've never been there. Definitely would be a place that I would want to go watch something. I was a crew guy back then whenever we were there. But anyways, we're going to talk iCountry Music Festival. It's not one of my favorite ones out there just because it's very mainstream, and in a lot of ways I don't like the very mainstream stuff because it's pop nowadays. And actually I already have next week's episode kind of lined out on what I want to do. I just got to do a ton of research this next week, which is super cool. Because I do like researching. It's when it comes to this, it's one of my favorite things. However, already looking at this lineup, the first name that I saw, I am all in on. So I'm looking below. They don't have the full lineup yet, apparently, but the names that have already been announced are really good ones. You have Brooks and Dunn, Thomas Rhett, and then Rascal Flatts. Rascal Flatts had like 4 good songs, and one of them was done better than what they did by somebody else. And the other, another song that they did was a cover that was a cover of a cover of a cover. But and that one I'm alluding to, Life is a Highway. But Chris LeDoux did it better, so that's the official version. At least here at Tin Roof. Sam Hunt, Megan Maroney, Bailey Zimmerman, and Nate Smith are the ones that have been announced for that. There's so many festivals that it's hard to get through a bunch of them. So I'm just trying my best to kind of like pick and choose ones that I think would be good ones to cover. Well, here, let's do the Dell Fest up in the Wisconsin Dells. Or, no, Cumberland, Maryland. I figured by the name, Dell Fest, D-E-L, it was that, but it is not about being in the Wisconsin Dells. Oh, Del McCory Band. Okay. So this one's very much more of like a bluegrass-ish one, it looks like. No real lineup yet for that one. And now I have to scroll all the way back down. This stinking thing. Backcountry Music Festival. Let's take a look at that one. Because the backcountry thing has my attention. Corley Ranch is the headliner. They don't really have a lineup for that one. So, continuing on down the list. It's such a bummer, like, whenever I click on one, hoping that they have a lineup for it, and they don't. Oh, Railbird. Railbird, I definitely wanted to talk about it. It's at the end of May. Railbird is, like, a super amazing one. That Alexa Bliss shirt was cool looking because it had the little doll on it. Alright, so we're going to talk Railbird. This lineup was really, really good. So, Saturday, May 31st, because it's a 2-day one. You have Lainey Wilson, Bailey Zimmerman, Shabuzi, Cody Jinks, Sierra Farrell, Wyatt Flores, Luke Grimes, Larkin Poe, Richie Mitch, and the Coal Miners, Rooston Kelly, Josh Malloy, Maggie Anton, Sierra Hill, Infinity Song, Rattlesnake Milk, and Mama Said String Band. Sunday, June 1st, you have Jelly Roll, Riley Green, the Red Clay Strays, Ryan Bingham, and the Texas Gentlemen, Treaty Oak Revival, Gavin Adcock, Blackberry Smoke, Sacred Souls, Max McNown, Ol' 60, which Ol' 60, guys, is like one of my like favorite dudes at the moment, because like that band just has such a cool sound, and I love their song Brother Joe. If you haven't heard it, it is fantastic. Jesse Wells, Castellos, Christone, Kingfish Ingram, Chaparral, Bendigo, Fletcher, Nolene Hoffman, Mojo Thunder. So, yet another really good one. We're going to try and get to a couple other country ones, and then we're going to just smash through a ton of the metal ones if we can. But, man, like, there's some good lineups out there country-wise that if you are a country fan, getting out to some of these festivals would be really, really good. Ooh, In the Pines in Bristol, Tennessee on June 1st. We might come back to that one. I kind of looked at the Tailgate and Tallboy ones, or at least the Illinois one, and I wasn't super impressed, if I remember correctly. Actually, here. I'm going to actually go to their website because I feel like it'll be easier to traverse than that website is. So, it's one of the things I'm trying to cover as many of these as I possibly can. It's very tough because there's just so many festivals to cover, like a lot. Okay, so Friday, I'd go to Friday, and I would go to, I'd go to Thursday, and I would kind of go to Friday. Saturday's really good. Okay, I remember why. Hardy's going to be there, which, yeah, I get Hardy does like the rock thing and the country thing, and so like that should be right up my alley. A lot of his stuff that he does, it's not right up my alley. I'm just not a Hardy fan. He's not for me. And if you are a Hardy fan, good for you. Enjoy it. But Cole Wetzel, definitely an honorary tin roof feller. Gavin Adcock, Ol' 60, Hudson Westbrook, Vincent Mason, and Isaac Durst. This is the Bloomington, Illinois one, by the way, because there's also a Clinton, Iowa, if I remember correctly. Friday, you got Hardy, Treaty Oak Revival, Josh Ross, Lakeview, which Lakeview's actually pretty good, so I'd probably go see Lakeview. McCoy Moore, Taylor Bruniga. Saturday, you got Cody Johnson, Kip Moore, Maddie and Tay, and Joe Stam Band. Sunday, you have Bailey Zimmerman, Jesse Murph, Tucker Wetmore, Graham Barham again, and Atlas, which honestly, like, could see a live version of High Road because you have Cole Wetzel and Jesse Murph there, which would be kind of cool. Hold on. That was only for the Bloomington one. Where's the Iowa one? Okay, so that one's only a 3-day one, and actually, wow, they have some big names for this one. You have Whiskey Myers on Friday, Wyatt Flores, Baker Blankenship, and Joe Stam Band on Thursday. Then Friday you have Riley Green, Ella Langley, Ol 60, and Preston Cooper. And then Saturday you have Jason Aldean, Gavin Adcock, Lily Rose, Dylan Schneider, and Graham Barham. So big lineups right here. Okay, I reckon. Yeah, we've been going at these guys for a while. Country Fest, Kicking Up Country, Tailgating Tall Boys, Bonnaroo. I don't think I want to look at the Bonnaroo one. So looking at these Country Jam, let's see. Trying to pick some really, really good ones now because we're a little low on time. Jackalope Jamboree, Cotton Fest, Blue Ox Music Festival, Country Thunder Bristol. That one looks kind of cool. July Roadhouse Weekender, Hiracasa. Let's see. Country on the Bay, Faster Horses Festival, Rock the South. Rock the South didn't look super appealing this year, if I remember correctly. Of course, I said that about the other one, and I liked over half of the people there. Just kind of digging through the lists here. I'm in September, and we have the Born and Raised Music Festival. Might look at that one here in just a second. Quite a few festivals in the Bristol area, so if you're in that area. And then October, we got Red West 2025, Golden Sky, Greenville Country Music Fest. That one might be good to look at. Let's see. Well, all right, I'm going to pick one more to look at for country. So, let's see. Kind of cool that, like, as you get closer to the end of the year, Darius Rucker's got one. You got, Luke Combs has a Bonfire one that sounds kind of cool. And I'm not a like super huge Luke Combs fan, although he has kind of like redeemed himself in my opinion on a couple of things. We'll do Country Fest, which is in Caddo, Wisconsin. I think we'll do that one, and then we'll call it good on these ones. And the lineup is to be determined. So, not quite the one to go out on. So, let's see. Picky. So, we're going to do... Let's do Country Fest. It's in Ohio, and it looks like a pretty big one. Again, the lineup is not set yet. So, we've covered the country ones in a good depth. We are now going to do the metal ones. So, a lot of the first ones on this is like very much punk. Here we go. Here's the innings one that I wanted to discuss. So, you have Fall Out Boy, like this is Friday. So February 21st and 22nd, you have Fall Out Boy, Incubus, Black Keys, Slightly Stupid, All American Rejects, Neon Trees, Jack Case, Winona Fighter, Boyfish, The Killers, Beck, Gary Clark Jr., Boys to Men, Jack's Mannequin, Kills, Grace Bowers, Anna Graves, Good Boy Daisy. Not really like a ton of bands that we would really talk about on the show. They're not metal, they're not country, but the Innings Festival is kind of a big deal because it's a part of spring training. I am a fair weather baseball fan, I guess would be the way to put it. So I like talking about the Innings Festival year to year. Extra Innings Festival is also on here, but we've already kind of discussed the lineup for that one because it's more of a country lineup than it is a metal one, so I'm not quite sure why it's on this list. But this list is a lot of just different festivals, it looks like. And this one mentions a lot of the cruises too. So this one's kind of fun. So this is why I mentioned this one. There is a couple it's a cruise though. So nope. I thought it was just a festival. I can't read. See. Why'd I do that? These websites fighting me today is just not cool. Just want to say. So, the metal festivals, aside from the one, I'm not like, or the couple of handfuls, I'm not finding anything like. Well, we'll talk this one. This one's not bad. So this is up in it's in Philadelphia's Fillmore, and it's in April, and it has Exodus, Demolition Hammer, Pig Destroyer, Darkest Hour, Dismember, and a handful of others. Darkest Hour is one of them. A lot of punk ones in this one. Why are some of these on a metal thing? Because I'm using Loudwire to look at some of these festivals. Of course, we have in Columbus, Ohio, the Sonic Temple one, which the headliners are Korn, Metallica, Linkin Park, Bad Omens will be there, Rob Zombie, Incubus, Alice in Chains, also Whitechapel. Do believe Lorna Shore is also mentioned for that one, which we can kind of go back over that one again. I know we talked about it way back. Man, when was that? I think it was December when we did. So, Guar is going to be there, 3 Days Grace, Hollywood Undead, Bad Omens, Acid Bath, Korn, Alice Cooper, Bad Flower, As I Lie Dying, Arch Enemy, Bullet for My Valentine, Motionless in White, Killswitch, Engage, Ice Nine Kills, Testament, Hoobastank, Chevelle, Ginger, which their new album is going to be amazing, I think. Asking Alexandria, Jimmy Eat World, Trivium, Filter, Escape the Fate, Alien, Ant-Farm, Under Oath, Whitechapel, Silverstein, Black Dahlia Murder, Scary Kids, Scaring Kids, Seven Dust, Bloody Wood, Plotting You, Power Trip, I Prevail, Exodus, Overkill, Crossfades, Tsunami, Grandson, All That Remains, Sang Sue Sabag, Mastodon, Hatebreed, Devil Wears Prada, Set It Off, Fit for an Autopsy, Era, Memphis Mayfire, Corrosion of Conformity, Citizen Soldier, Of Mice and Men, Municipal Waste, Cavalera Conspiracy, Converge, Deaf Heaven, Fit for a King, Sick Puppies, Peeling Fish, Funeral Portrait, Armored Saint, Fame on Fire, Shadow of Intent, Acacia Strain, Invent, Animate, Nitzer Ebb, Silent Planet, which they dropped a new one, which was really, really good. 7 hours after Violet, Nails, I Set My Friends on Fire, Gate Creeper, Upon a Burning Body, 200 Stab Wounds, Angel Maker, After the Burial, All Shall Perish, Frozen Soul, Windwalkers, Category 7, Left to Suffer, Pain of Truth, Uncured, Trust Company, Return to Dust, Incubus, Caskets, Poppy, Obituary, Gridiron, Ministry, Boundaries, Health, Speed, Silly Goose, and Candy. Whew! That was quite the lengthy lineup. But I know that one was kind of a big deal, so I wanted to make sure that we just kind of went over that one again, I reckon. So at MMRBQ, you have Alice in Chains, 3 Days Grace, Mammoth WVH, Dorothy, Dead Poet Society, Octane, Return to Dust, Fat Mez, the Preston and Steve Side Stage, which I guess that's like local bands, and Preston and Steve are their morning guys or their afternoon guys or what have you. Rock Lansing Festival up in Lansing, Michigan in May has Badflower, Arian Jones, Any Given Sin, Crowbot, Conquer and Divide, Shallow Side. So not really familiar with very many of those bands. Milwaukee Metal Fest. This is a big one every year. So glad that I came across this one. And we're gonna do our best to can Justin zoom in there. Stop it. Oh, you would. Why would you restart like that? These stinking websites tonight, guys. Or today. I don't know. How can I be so picky on how to say that? Or particular, I guess. Because I kind of have to do things, I guess, a certain way on here. Because you're listening to it Monday, but I got to record it over the weekend because of the way my schedule goes. Oh, they got some really good ones. So, May 15th through the 18th, you have Down, Chimera, Enslaved, Paradise Lost, man, there's so many good bands. Black Label Society, Devin Townsend, Exodus, 3 Inches of Blood's back, which there is rumor of new music from them, which is super exciting. Gwar, Arch Enemy, Scour, Harm's Way. Man, there's so many bands. I want to see a couple more, but the image is hard to read, so I'm gonna pull up Milwaukee. Okay, stop it. Destruction, Suicide Silence, Fugitive, Dillinger Escape Plan. So, some very, very good bands are going to be at that one. Which I do believe there's new Down that I was supposed to listen to. I'll have to go back and look. Oh, Scour. That's what it was, New Scour. Which I do believe I listened to. Which is another one of Phil Anselmo's bands. And I didn't realize that, and it was pretty good. All right, Welcome to Rockville, Shinedown, Green Day, Linkin Park, Korn, 3 Days Grace. Hey, the local festival made the list on Loudwire, which is called Point Fest for one of our radio stations. Not really it's more of an alternative group of bands as opposed to again what we normally do here on our show. So you got 311, Urge, Toadies, Finger 11, Ludo, Sick Puppies, and Alien Ant Farm. This one's got a mixture. It's the Boston Calling Festival, so it's got Luke Combs, Megan Maroney, Sheryl Crow, T-Pain, TLC, Mike, The Sacred Crows, Max McNown, Will Dorado, Infinity Song, Cal Dion, Bebe Stockwell, Holy Roller, Latrell James, Megan from Work, Future Teens, Battle Mode. Saturday is definitely more of your poppy rockish day, more poppy than anything. A lot of these are like fairly poppy. I mean. So, Fall Out Boy, Avril Lavigne, Cage the Elephant, Black Crowes, All Time Low, James Bay, The Main, Lucius Valley. So then Sunday you got Dave Matthews Band, Vampire Weekend, Sublime, Public Enemy, Remy Wolf, Goth Babe, Spin Doctors. This is kind of an interesting festival. It's called BuzzFest, which is a radio station in Texas. So you have Chevelle, Marilyn Manson, Blue October, POD, Evans Blue, and Sleep Fury. One of these is not like the other. That's an interesting lineup because like Blue October, they are from Texas, but they're not really known for being like as heavy as anybody else on that list. They're very much more like acoustic, like really cool, like mellow stuff. Love their music though. Fantastic, honestly. If you like want something chill to just kind of hang out and be sad other than country music, Blue October's a great one to listen to. Looks like a lot of the radio station festivals are sharing some of the same bands. So here's Rockfest in Caddo, Wisconsin, which has a lot of... Stop it! So aggravating. Like I just want to talk festivals, and these websites are just being annoying. Okay. So for Rockfest in Wisconsin, you have Knocked Loose, Rob Zombie, Slaughter to Prevail, Architects, Crossfade, Kublai Khan, TX, The Plot in You, Taproot, Attila, and that's Thursday. Yeah, and then Friday you have Five Finger Death Punch, Marilyn Manson, In This Moment, Nothing More, Yellow Wolf, August Burns Red, Dead Poets Society, Vended, Mushroom Head, Royal Inn, Cane Hill, Never Tell. And then Saturday you have Bad Omens, 3 Days Grace, Ja Rule, Poppy, We Came as Romans, Sick Puppies, Seeing Queen, The Funeral Portrait, Tim Montana, Archers. Why is Ja Rule there? Like, some of these guys that are like mixed in with this Rockfest like don't fit, but I guess it's to sell tickets, because people will come see certain acts and then be there for the rest of it, just kind of hang out, and so maybe that's why. I don't know. Like Eve 6 is on here, which makes more sense than Ja Rule, but whatever. Get people in the door. Like, I think we even had that discussion last year. All right, Incarceration definitely looks like an amazing one, which we're going to pull up their actual website. Yeah, I messed up and started that one over, so I'll have to deal with that whenever we get back to that page. Incarceration 2025. So you have Knocked Loose, Falling in Reverse, Beartooth, Parkway Drive, I Prevail, Killswitch Engage, The Amity Affliction, Drain, Devil Wears Prada, Sleep Fury, Alpha Wolf, Drowning Pool, Carnifex, Marilyn Manson, Slipknot, Slaughter to Prevail, Acid Bath, Dillinger, Escape Plan, Dayseeker, Kublai Khan, TX, August Burns Red, Plot in You, Snot, Amur, Spite, 3 Days Grace, Five Finger Death Punch, Lamb of God, In This Moment, Architects. Why is that one like actually like blurred out? Is it because they haven't announced that band yet? Which is weird. Okay, Crossfade, We Came as Romans, The Browning, which they just they're riding on some really cool success with the I'm Blue cover that they did. Kitty, Attila, Currents, Breath, Taproot. So very, very cool. And this one's really cool to me because it's a rock and metal tattoo festival. So you get 3 days, 3 stages, 60 plus bands, and all the cool. I don't know too much about the tattoo side. I don't know. I'm sure that there's people there where you can get inked up while you're there. So that's kind of cool that's a novelty thing that they've got going on. Moving on. Currently, got the ladder match going on between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, and personally, I hope KO wins. I like Cody, but I think it'd be cool to see KO win another title. Although it kind of feels like he's never gonna win another one. But he's the guy that can go in there and make the champ look good, which KO definitely does. And his shirt's trolling the. Cody's hanging from the belts. His whole trolling of the opponent, whoever he's feuding with, is amazing. So these dumb websites, man. I'm just gonna probably just keep saying how annoyed I am with them. Very interesting one. So you have Fire in the Mountains in Blackfeet Nation, Montana. Dude, this is kind of cool. So you have Wardruna, Old Man's Child, Chelsea Wolf, Converge. With it being out west like that, I was kind of looking to see if Under Exile was going to be there too. So that one's really cool. Five Finger Death Punch, Tesla, and more are going to be at the Sturgis Rally this year. Sturgis Rally, there's always crazy amounts of music and stuff there. Louder Than Life is going to be in Kentucky. Is it always in Kentucky? Because I thought it was further south last year, and I know it was affected by a hurricane, but maybe it was because it was in Kentucky as well. Okay, why is Knock Loose playing the When We Were Young festival? They weren't there when we were young. They're a new band. Oh well. So, Louder Than Life would be the next one that we would discuss, and I don't think that they've fully announced their lineup yet because it's all the way in September. However, they have announced a few of the people, so we can discuss who is announced already. So, over 130 plus bands in 4 days, which is super crazy. So the lineup so far for 2025, you have Slayer, you have Acid Bath, you have Let Live, Lorna Shore, Counterparts, Static X, Mudvayne, Throne, Chimera, which that's so cool, Walls of Jericho, 12 Stones, Landmarks, Black Veil Brides, Spineshank, A Perfect Circle, Ra. So, and more to come. Because I don't think that they have anything else on their Facebook page that is different. Sorry, I've just seen a comment. Sorry, I am going to reply to this real quick. Actually, you know what? Here, I'm going to wrap this up and I'll finish replying to him. So, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. It's been so much fun talking these festivals. Why does it sound so weird? Festivals with you. Just some good stuff. Looking like it's going to be an amazing year of festivals. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to any, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to get to one. They look great though. Everybody's changed up. I don't like. Some people are coming back or reoccurring or whatever, but for the most part, like, the rotation has happened, and now we've got some other people at these festivals that weren't at festivals last year. That man, it looks good because you didn't see Warren Zeter's name, you didn't really see Charlie Crockett's, you didn't like Lorna Shore's only playing one of them, which I thought they were playing more than one. But Louder Than Life is gonna be awesome if it actually happens this year. They had to cancel it last year because of the hurricane, so quite a wild deal there, but it's good to see things are kind of like getting back on the right track. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Catch you next time right here under the tin roof.